I'm asking you to do is for you individually to do everything that you can to become the change that you want to see. Do everything that you can for your city, because we can't always blame elected officials, because we're not doing the things that we should be doing also. If you rent or own a home, we're not cleaning up in front of our homes like we should. We're not going to council meetings or school board meetings like we should. We're not even voting like we should. Only 38% of the state, 35% of the state came out to vote on November 7th that just passed. 35%. So that means that we're not even voting like we should, because we feel like that we don't have any respect of the power of the ballot. But we do. We do. You see, local elections are super way more important than federal elections, because the federal elections deal with the Electoral College like we talked about earlier. But the vote in the city elections, it deals with just a popular vote. If you go in there and say that, then everything goes to that person that you pulled for. And that's what we have to do. So
that's what I was actually looking for. That was one of the other questions that I had, was the difference between the one that's every 4 years and the one that's every year. And that popular vote, because like I said, I'm not the only one that's afraid to vote these days because of what happened with how Trump got in. We won the popular, but we lost the electoral that we knew nothing about. But now you just said this local voting, the annual voting, there ain't no other electoral college involved in that. You said
that's
no middleman.
No, that's no middleman in local elections. And when you talk about local elections are considered state, city, and county-wise. So those are local elections, state, city, and county. The only federal election is the President of the United States. That's the only time electoral college matters. Okay. But other than that, everything, all politics are local, as they always say. And that's what they mean by that. So your vote for local elections are way important, man. Even probably more important than the federal. They mean more because your vote actually goes where you send it. You know what I mean?
You got to see me over here smiling, do it all, because I'm 37 years old. I think I got a good head on my shoulders, but I never knew the difference. I never knew the difference in the power. I hate the middleman, to be completely honest. So that's really dope. Now, I wanted to ask you, man, because I want to stay on this just for a second more. People that are not in, because this is a podcast, it's on iTunes, people are going to just be searching it. As we get closer to the November 2018, when you're being voted in, right?
May 8th, 2000, yeah.
Okay, May 8th. So a lot can happen between now and then, and people do want to support you, but people are all around the United States and all around the globe listening to this. I saw you on Instagram rocking your hat. I guess you just got it in the mail. And fresh off the press, and you was just doing your little, your swag joint where you was like, I like this joint, fresh. Now, these hats, cause I got this shirt on. I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. I got this shirt on, I've been rocking it, you know what I'm saying? When I do my videos, I'm rocking it. And doesn't that help? So if we don't live in New Jersey, we don't live in Newark, wouldn't picking up a shirt or picking up a hat and just wearing it in their normal day, wouldn't that help the campaign?
Yeah, it does, and that's why we're doing it, man. You can get a hat. You can text hat and shirt to 2211. So 973-846-2211. If you text hat and shirt to that number, wait for a text back. It's going to say how much do you want to donate. The shirts are $30 and the hats are $35. If you donate a total of $65, you get both of them in the mail to you. And just put the color in the notes. Just put the color of the shirt and size of the shirt in the notes. and we'll send it out to you. And that's a way to help too. Or you can just call that number if you just want to donate any amount. Just donate. Call that number 973-846-2211 and donate any amount that you can that does not exceed $2,600, because by law I would have to send that back to you in 48 hours.
Okay, dope. And I got my black one, so I'm ready to go. Now, we talked about individuals that's not in New Jersey, not in Newark, that won't, they're just out of state. But now I want to ask you a question about, because people want to support this thing. Like, they want to support it, but there's certain people who can't vote either legally, or they're not of age and they can't vote, or what about the people who don't believe in voting, but they support what your campaign is about? What can they do to support your campaign? For people who are against voting, no matter what you say, they will not vote.
Well, the Do It All campaign is about the people. And in order to get me to really represent the people on a whole nother level, the people that can vote should use the power of the ballot. And that's the people in Newark, New Jersey, or whatever your city is. You should use the power of the ballot if there's somebody that represents something that you care about. You should definitely use the power of the ballot. But if not, then if that person has a non-profit organization and they're not running for any office or anything like that, support their cause, support their non-profits. And for the people who support me, but they don't want to vote, or they're not of age to vote, or they have legal issues why they can't vote, I had a 10-year-old boy from Minnesota send me, I think it was $5 or $10, say he just followed me online, or 11 years old, follow me online, that he's a fan from just checking my music and stuff out on YouTube, and he sees my movement, and he donated me, I believe it was $10. And that was just beautiful to me, because this guy can't vote. He doesn't even live in my city, and he's not old enough. So you can become part of the movement. Like I said, the Do It All movement is not just about Newark, New Jersey. This is about the hip-hop culture, too. If you're a hip-hop head and you love hip-hop, we have a chance to make history. You have a chance to be a part of it through your contributions, through your donations, because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get a seat at the table, so now that a person who understands the language of hip-hop and the culture of hip-hop has a seat at the table, so people can donate whatever they can donate. Just text that number and, wait for the text back and donate whatever you can, man, and just keep spreading the word. Keep hashtagging. If you have friends in Newark, New Jersey, or friends of friends who know friends in Newark, New Jersey, tell them that this is the wave. This is the voice that needs to be heard. This is the chair that needs to be pushed up to the table, man. And that's that Do It All movement, man. Do pray Sully.
Absolutely. And what is, for those who don't know, what is the, we know you want to get a seat at the table, and that's very important. But a lot of us don't know what the responsibility of a councilman is. Mm-hmm. What is the role of a councilman?
Well, the role of a councilman is that he or she makes sure that the ordinances and laws are in the right context for the people of the city, that the people of the city are involved in and understand what these laws and ordinances are. And then we get to vote on those laws. It's like Congress or the Senate. The mayor comes before us and says, this is what we want. And we get to tell him, Mayor, this is not what the people want. Or Mayor, what do you think? And then we come back to the council chambers and we vote. The mayor wants something passed. We just recently passed ISO, which is called the Inclusionary Zoning Ordinance in our city. And that allows Newark, New Jersey to finally build 40-story buildings. So now that we can bring new business and new people into the city to make the residency of the city grow. But you have to be careful about that, because the only reason why the mayor signed that is because it was a two-part. The ISO includes being able to build vertically up, or and also to have affordable housing attached to that. Because if you don't have affordable housing attached to that, then the people who are already here, they wouldn't be able to afford to live in certain communities. They would get pushed out or pushed to another part of the city. So one hand, you can't do one without the other. If we're going to build 40-story buildings, then we need 40% affordable housing to go into everything that's built in our city. So we get to vote, councilmen and councilmen at large, they get to vote on these type of things that are good for the constituents, good for the residents, good for the people of the city, or that are not good for the people of the city. So you get to say yes or no, and you get to bring these type of laws and ideas and these different policies to the table.
Wow, that's dope. And how would you explain what gentrification is, and are you for or against gentrification?
Well, I'm against anything that pushes our people out, but I am for a city growing. And I believe that Newark is a renaissance city. Newark is a corridor city. And when I say a corridor city, I'm talking about we're just 8 miles away from New York City. So we're very close in proximity to, one of the biggest cities on the map. And by being that, only 20 minutes away, 8 miles away, then we need for this city to grow. We need for Newark, New Jersey to grow. And anytime it grows, there are anytime you have growth, there is growing pains. There are growing pains, And I know that there's going to be some growing pains in Newark, New Jersey. We just have to lessen the blow. And what I mean by lessening the blow, we have to make sure that the people who love this city stay in this city. The people that want to change this city will be here to change it, to make sure that the people that do not want to go anywhere won't be pushed out. And that's some of the things that we look at. So to answer your question, when you talk about gentrification, I'm for a city growing, but I'm not for a city pushing out the people who want to stay here.
I love it. All right, and who are some of the celebrity friends that are giving your running for councilman of Newark, New Jersey a thumbs up?
Oh man, First of all, let me give the biggest shout out to Redman, Mr. Reggie Noble, and his mother, Darlene Noble. They're like my biggest supporters, man.
Muddy Waters too.
Muddy Waters too, man. Shout out to Reggie Noble. Also check out, he's the Scare Master of ceremonies.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy, man. Reggie is crazy. But make sure you check out his show on VH1, the Scared Famous show on VH1. And so Redman, shout out to Method Man who said he's going to do my campaign song. Shout out to Michael Bivens from New Edition and BBD. That's my brother from another. He always has my back. And Belle Biv DeVoe. Shout out to them too, man, showing me love. Shout out to Shaq Diesel. Mr. Shaq.
What up, Shaq?
Yeah, shout out to Shaq. And shout out to big super duper shout out to Queen Latifah, man. She has my back. Word up. Queen Latifah. Shout out to Savion Glover. Savion Glover has my back. Shout out to Talent, the comedian. Oh my God, he definitely has my back. Who else? I don't want to forget nobody. Shout out to Rod Digger. Shout out to Wyclef Jean. Yeah, Wyclef definitely showing love, man. And Melky Sadek. Shout out to them. And I don't want to forget anybody. Shout out to Phil Murphy, who is our new governor now. Shout out to Ron Rice, who's our senator, and everybody, man. It's a lot of people. Shout out to Pete Rock. Shout out to Marley Marl. Shout out to Freedom Williams from CNC Music Factory. Shout out to Vinny. Oh my God, Vinny.
Naughty by Nature?
Yeah, Vinny Brown, KG, and Trigger Tresham. Shout out to the whole Naughty by Nature, man. Definitely. So we got a lot of people that's supporting, man, and really showing love. Shout out to my man Roman Bowman used to play for the Giants. Shout out to my man Marvin Jones, used to play for the Jets. They're showing mad love too, man. So